rain had settled softly on the empty city streets. The blues club closed an hour ago. The night was near complete. The neon sign still flickered, casting colors through the gray. And from somewhere in the darkness, a piano started to play. I stopped beneath the doorway and listened for a while. The melody was distant, yet carried something familiar. It wasn't loud or flashy, just a slow and gentle tune, like an old friend telling stories to the shadows in the room. The notes drifted through the silence like smoke above a flame, and somehow every measure seemed to know my name. Some songs don't need a singer, some truths don't need a voice. A piano in the darkness can leave you little choice but to listen. Someone left the piano playing long after everyone had gone, like the night itself was singing one last unfinished song. Someone left the piano playing underneath the pale moonlight, and every note kept whispering, it's gonna be alright. I followed that old melody through memories and years, past the train stations and highways, past the laughter and the tears. I heard echoes of old lovers and friends I used to know. I heard every road I'd traveled inside that quiet flow. But there was something different than the songs I'd heard before. The music wasn't holding me to what had come before. It was opening a door. Maybe every ending leaves a little light behind, for the weary heart still searching for a little peace of mind. Someone left the piano playing long after everyone had gone, like the night itself was singing one last unfinished song. Someone left the piano playing underneath the pale moonlight, and every note kept whispering, it's gonna be alright. The melody grew softer as the eastern sky turned gold. The city started waking, and the morning chased the cold. I never found the pianist or learned who stayed behind, but some mysteries are better when they're left undefined. playing, and somehow it played exactly what I needed to hear. The rain was falling hard enough to wash the road away. The highway signs were barely visible in the fading light of day. My hands were tied upon the wheel as thunder filled the black. And somewhere in that stormy night, I almost turned back. I'd come too far to count the miles, too far to count the years, carrying old memories and a suitcase full of fears. The town I left was far behind, but still lived in my mind, like a voice calling from the darkness to a life I'd left behind. The wipers fought the rainfall, the radio lost its song, and for the first time in a long while, I wondered if I'd been wrong. Every journey has a moment when the road becomes a test, when comfort starts looking sweeter than chasing what comes next. The night I almost turned back, the night I nearly gave in, when every mile ahead felt harder than where I'd already been. The night I almost turned back, beneath that storm-filled sky, I learned the hardest step in living is refusing to say goodbye. Life you're meant to try. I stopped beneath a gas station light, somewhere near a county line, bought a cup of bitter coffee and stood there for a while. An old truck driver beside me noticed the look upon my face. He said, "Son, storms always look bigger when you're standing in one place." Then he climbed back in his rig and disappeared into the rain, leaving behind a simple truth I still carry today. Sometimes courage ain't a roar or a grand heroic stand. Sometimes it's just starting the engine and trusting your own hands. The night I almost turned back, the night I nearly gave in, when every mile ahead felt harder than where I'd already been. The night I almost turned back, beneath that storm hardest step in living is refusing to say goodbye. To the life you're meant to try. By dawn the storm had broken. Golden sunlight touched the hills. The road stretched toward the horizon. Quiet, patient, and still. I smiled as the miles rolled under, and the past faded in the glass. Because the night I almost turned back became the night I kept going. And that made all the difference. At last. Moonlight through the window pane, silver on the floor. The house was wrapped in silence, like 1,000 nights before. The clock kept counting moments, the fire burned down low, and memories drifted softly to places I used to know. I sat beside the window with a whiskey in my hand, watching shadows cross the yard like ghosts across the land. The stars were hanging quietly above the sleeping trees, while the night carried old whispers upon the autumn breeze. Some nights don't ask for answers, they don't ask where you've been. They simply sit beside you like an old forgotten friend. Moonlight through the window pane, shining on the years, lighting up the photographs and all the souvenirs. Moonlight through the window pane, soft as an old refrain, touching every hidden scar without causing pain. I remember distant highways and towns I'd left behind, the faces and the stories still wandering through my mind. The train rides through the darkness, the bars along the way, the people who became a part of who I am today. Outside the world kept turning like it always seems to do, while the moon stood as a witness to everything I've been through. Funny how the quiet hours can teach us what is true, not through words or explanations, but through a simple view. Moonlight through the window pane, shining on the years, lighting up the photographs and all the souvenirs. Moonlight through the window pane, soft as an old refrain, touching every hidden scar without causing pain. The sky grew brighter as the moon began to fade. Morning slowly gathered where the silver light had laid. I finished off my whiskey and watched the darkness wane, leaving one last memory of moonlight through the window pane. The rain had just stopped falling when we stepped into the night. Street lamps cast their golden glow across the pavement bright. The city hummed around us like it didn't know or care that two hearts stood together for the last time there. The taxi waited by the corner, its headlights cutting through the dark, while silence filled the distance where there used to be a spark. You held your coat against the wind, I kept my hands in mine, both of us pretending we still had a little time. Some goodbyes arrive like thunder, others fall like gentle rain, quiet enough to fool you into thinking nothing changed. The street where we said goodbye still lives inside my mind. Every light, every shadow, frozen somewhere in time. The street where we said goodbye, where two roads crossed and split apart. The city kept moving forward, but it stopped inside my heart. I went back there years later on a cold November night. The bookstore was gone forever and the cafe lost its light. The buildings looked familiar, but somehow not the same, like the whole world had moved on while I still knew your name. A young couple crossed the sidewalk, see, like footprints beneath water or roots beneath a tree. The street where we said goodbye still lives inside my mind. Every light, every shadow, frozen somewhere in time. The street where we said goodbye, where two roads crossed and split apart. The city kept moving forward, but it stopped inside my heart. Climbed over rooftops as I turned to walk away. No anger, no regret, just memories that chose to stay. Some people leave our lives but never truly disappear. They become part of the story that brought us here. And somewhere in the distance, beneath that midnight sky, there's still a street remembering the night we said goodbye. The rain came down like memories on the roof of my old truck. The radio played a blues song about love and bad luck. I pulled into a roadside bar just outside Caroline, with 3 cigars in my pocket and a troubled mind. The first cigar was for the dream we built beside the lake, back when forever sounded easy and hearts were hard to break. We talked about tomorrow like it was ours to claim, but time has a way of changing even the strongest flame. Some promises are written in ink that fades with years. Some are washed away by distance, and some dissolve in tears. 3 cigars and a broken promise sitting at the end of the bar. One for what we used to be, one for who we are. 3 cigars and a broken promise, burning slow into the night, watching the smoke rise higher than the dreams we couldn't keep alive. The second cigar was for the miles that carried me away, through neon towns arms and empty roads where I learned how to stay. The bartender kept listening as I spoke between the drinks, like he'd heard 1,000 stories packed in old leather bags. The third cigar I saved a while, until the clock struck 2, then lit it for the man I'd become after losing you. Funny how the heart survives what it swears it never will, and keeps on beating steadily when the world stands still. 3 cigars and a broken promise sitting at the end of the bar. One for what we used to be, one for who we are. 3 cigars and a broken promise, burning slow into the night, watching the smoke rise higher than the dreams we couldn't keep alive. The storm was gone by morning, the sky was turning gold. I paid my tab and stepped outside, feeling lighter than before. The promise may have broken, but it didn't break my soul. Some losses teach you how to hurt, and some losses teach you how to grow. I walked toward the sunrise, leaving the past where it belongs. With 3 cigars behind me and the road carrying me on. The motel sign was flickering beneath a fading moon. Cars rolled down the highway, disappearing much too soon. The coffee tasted bitter, the night air felt sincere, and the old man at the counter said, nobody stays forever here. I've seen strangers come through town with hopeful eyes and plans. Some were chasing second chances, some were running while they can. They ran a room for a season, leave their stories and their fears, then vanish with the sunrise, 'cause nobody stays forever here. The river keeps on flowing, the trains keep rolling by, and every soul is just a traveler beneath this changing sky. Nobody stays forever here, not the laughter, not the tears, not the lovers, not pain, not the sunshine, not the rain. Nobody stays forever here. That's the truth the years make clear. Everything must disappear, 'cause nobody stays forever here. The bar on Main Street closed down. The owner finally retired. The jukebox lost its music, and the old neon expired. Even the giant oak tree that stood for 50 years couldn't outrun time itself. Nobody stays forever here. I thought about the people whose names I used to know, and how life quietly carried them to places I won't go. Maybe that's what makes it precious. Maybe that's what makes it real. Knowing every borrowed moment is something we can feel. Nobody stays forever here. Not the laughter, not the tears, not the lovers, not the pain, not the sunshine, not the rain. Nobody stays forever here. That's the truth the years make clear. Everything must disappear, 'cause nobody stays forever here. The morning came in colors of gold and pale blue skies. I paid my tab and headed out as sunlight filled my eyes. The road stretched toward tomorrow, and suddenly it seemed clear. We're not meant to stay forever. We're meant to leave something behind before we disappear. Nobody stays forever here. Nobody stays forever here. Above the noise of neon, above the smoking sound, there was a narrow staircase few people noticed around. At the end of a dim-lit hallway, behind an old worn door, was a room above the blues club I'd called home before. The ceiling creaked on rainy nights. The windows rattled in the wind. The wallpaper was peeling, and the winter cold got in. There wasn't much worth bragging about, just a bed and a wooden chair. But from that little room I could dream of anywhere. Below me every evening the guitars would start to cry, and the blues would rise like river smoke toward the midnight sky. Some places aren't remembered for comfort or design. They're remembered for the person you became inside. A room above the blues club, where lonely nights turned into songs, where broken pieces slowly learned exactly where they belong. A room above the blues club, beneath the city's glow. It wasn't much to look at, but it helped me learn to grow. I wrote letters on that windowsill that nobody ever read, filled notebooks with those stories and dreams inside my head. I watched lovers leave together, I watched strangers come and go, and listened to the city breathing in the streets below. There were nights I felt defeated, like I'd never find my way, and nights when hope arrived quietly just before the break of day. Funny how the smallest rooms can hold the biggest change. Four walls become a crossroads when your heart begins to change. A room above the blues club, where lonely nights turned into songs, where broken pieces slowly learned exactly where they belong. A room above the blues club, beneath the city's glow. It wasn't much to look at, but it helped me learn to grow. I passed by there this evening. The club still played below. The same old neon flickered like it did so long ago. Someone else lives in that room now, chasing dreams of their own. And I smile, knowing some journeys must be walked alone. As the music filled the night air and memories drifted through, I tipped my hat toward that old window and thanked the room above the blues club for helping me become who I am. There's an old lamppost on 4th Street, standing where the sidewalk bends. It's watched the city change 1,000 times and outlasted many friends. Through summer heat and winter rain, through every defeat and victory, that old light keeps shining quietly like a keeper of memories. I used to pass beneath it most every Friday night, heading toward the blues club, drawn by whiskey and neon lights. Back then I thought forever was something I could hold, but life has a way of teaching what no young heart is told. The faces change with seasons, the years move fast and free, but that lamppost stayed exactly where it always used to be. Funny how some landmarks become part of your soul, not because they're special, but because they watched you grow. The lamppost on 4th Street still shines through the dark, like a silent old guardian of every hopeful heart. The lamppost on 4th Street, through every joy and defeat, reminding me some things remain when the world moves beneath your feet. Tonight I stop beside it as the evening settled in. The same soft yellow glow touched the pavement once again. A young man walked past laughing, with dreams inside his eyes, the way I used to years ago, before all the goodbyes. And for a moment I could see the road I traveled through, not with sadness or regret, but gratitude for every view. Maybe time ain't stealing everything we leave behind. Maybe it preserves a little in places we still find. The lamppost on 4th Street still shines through the dark, like a silent old guardian of every hopeful heart. The lamppost on 4th Street, through every joy and defeat, reminding me some things remain when the world moves beneath your feet. The city lights grew brighter as the stars appeared above. The wind carried old echoes of heartbreak, hope, and love. I tipped my hat toward that old light before heading down the street, and somewhere in its quiet glow I found a piece of myself, still waiting on 4th Street. clocks had gone silent. The last call came and went. The bartender stacked the chairs as another night was spent. I sat alone beside the window, watching dawn begin to show. And for the first time in a long while, the whiskey had nothing left to say. For years I chased its whispers, through heartache, smoke, and rain, listening for answers at the bottom of the pain. You told me old stories of people I once knew. Kept alive the memories I wasn't ready to lose. But every road has a moment when the echoes start to fade, and the ghosts that shared your table stay. Maybe healing isn't forgetting. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's finally learning to live with yourself. When the whiskey stops talking and the silence fills the room, you find out who you are without the smoke and the gloom. When the whiskey stops talking and the night gives up its hold, you discover some wounds don't vanish. They simply stop feeling cold. The sun climbed past the rooftops, painting gold across the street. People started moving with purpose in their feet. A young couple crossed the corner, laughing at something small, and I realized life had been waiting outside these barroom walls. The dreams I thought were buried still carried a little flame, and the man I saw reflected didn't look quite the same. The road ahead seemed clearer than it had in many years, not because I lost my scars, but because I lost my fear. When the whiskey stops talking and the silence fills the room, you find out who you are without the smoke and the gloom. When the whiskey stops talking and the night gives up its hold, you discover some wounds don't vanish. They simply stop feeling cold. I left a few dollars on the counter and stepped into the morning air. The city felt familiar, but somehow lighter there. The wind carried no answers, no secrets. secrets left to prove. And as the sun rose higher, I smiled to myself, because when the whiskey stopped talking, I finally heard the truth, and it was time to move. The station lights were fading as the midnight train rolled in. One foot on the platform, one foot where I'd been. The whistle sang a lonely song that echoed through the gray, and I found myself standing between leaving and staying. My suitcase held the basics, a few shirts and old dreams, a photograph folded carefully, and memories in between. The town behind me knew my name, every street and every scar. But something in the distance kept calling from afar. Funny how the hardest roads don't begin with moving on, they begin with standing still, wondering where you belong. A place between leaving and staying, between the dark and the dawn, where the past won't let go completely, but the future keeps pulling on. A place between leaving and staying, where every heart must stand when it's time to trust tomorrow more than yesterday's plans. An old man on a nearby bench smiled as he lit a cigarette. He said, "Son, every life I've known has lived with some regret. But the things that haunt us most ain't the chances that went wrong, it's the roads we never traveled after hearing their song." Then the train doors opened slowly, and the conductor called the line, while the moon hung over the tracks like a silent warning sign. Some choices don't feel certain, some answers don't arrive. Sometimes faith is simply stepping toward a road you've never tried. A place between leaving and staying, between the dark and the dawn, where the past won't let go completely, but the future keeps pulling on. A place between leaving and staying, where every heart must stand when it's time to trust tomorrow more than yesterday's plans. The whistle blew one final time. The engine started to roar. I picked up my warm suitcase and walked through the open door. The town grew small behind me as the train cut through the night. And somewhere between fear and freedom, between memory and hope, between leaving and staying, I finally chose my life. Dust danced in the sunrise on a road I've never known. The engine hummed a low blues tune as I traveled on alone. My boots rested on the dashboard, worn from years of miles and load. Old leather cracked and weathered, facing brand new roads. These boots have crossed through hard times, through storms I thought would never end. They've stood in train stations waiting, and bars filled with fair weather friends. They've walked through loss and heartache, through towns too small to stay, and carried me through darkness when I couldn't find my way. Every scratch upon the leather, every stain and every seam holds a chapter of a story in the shadow of a dream. Old boots, new roads, that's the way life seems to go, carrying yesterday's lessons into places we don't know. Old boots, new roads, beneath the sun and stormy skies. The past may walk beside me, but it don't decide my life. I stopped at a roadside diner just outside a border town. waitress poured more coffee as country winds blew around. She asked me where I was headed. I laughed and shook my head. Somewhere past the horizon was all I finally said. Outside the highway waited like a river running free, and for the first time in a long while, the future smiled at me. Maybe the road ain't searching for a destination sign. Maybe it's teaching us to trust what we find along the line. Old boots, new roads, that's the way life seems to go. Carrying yesterday's lessons into places we don't know. Old boots, new roads, beneath the sun and stormy skies. The past may walk beside me, but it don't decide my life. The miles rolled on behind me as the daylight filled the land. I pulled those boots back on and brushed the dust off my hands. The road stretched toward forever, and I felt ready to go. With old boots full of memories and a heart wide open for new roads. The highway stretched for miles beneath a fading moon. The radio played softly an old familiar tune. The headlights cut through darkness as the white line slipped away, and I felt that old companion walking with me once again. I've seen him in the rear view, on roads both lost and found, in every empty hotel room and every passing town. He never speaks a sentence, never tells me where to go, but somehow he's been with me longer than most people I know. Some say it's just memory, some say it's regret, some call it the life you've lived and the things you can't forget. The shadow walking beside me through every mile and every year, a silent witness to the battles that brought me here. beside me beneath the midnight sky, not trying to pull me backward, just reminding me why. He was there in New Orleans under neon and pouring rain. He was there at that train station when I couldn't board that train. He stood beside the river the night I almost gave up hope, and somehow through the hardest times he taught me how to cope. I used to run from darkness like it was something to fear, until I learned the shadow exists because the light is near. Maybe we're all carrying pieces of the people we once were, and maybe growing older means learning they still matter. The shadow walking beside me through every mile and every year, a silent witness to the battles that brought me here. The shadow walking beside me beneath the midnight sky, not trying to pull me backward, just reminding me why. The sunrise touched the horizon and painted the clouds in gold. The road kept stretching forward like a story still untold. I glanced beside me one last time as morning filled the sky, and for the first time I understood. The shadow wasn't following me, it was walking beside me the whole time, helping me survive. The rain had finally stopped as the clock struck 3:30. The city looked exhausted, like it had nowhere left to be. The bar was closing quietly. The last song had been played, so I crossed the empty street to the all-night cafe. The waitress knew my order before I said a word. A black coffee and some silence was all I could afford. The booth beside the window had become my place somehow, a front row seat to watch the world and think about the now. Some nights end with whiskey, some end with a goodbye, and some end with a cup of coffee as the darkness passes by. Coffee at the end of the night, steam rising in the pale street light. After the noise and after the blues, it's where I sort through wins and lose. Coffee at the end of the night, watching the world grow still and bright. One quiet moment before the dawn, one more reason to carry on. The trucker sat across the room, reading yesterday's news. A young girl sketched in a notebook while humming old blues tunes. The cook was cleaning counters, the radio played low, and somehow all those strangers felt like people I should know. Outside, the eastern horizon began to change its shade. The black sky slowly softened as the night began to fade. Maybe peace isn't something you find at the journey's end. Maybe it's hidden in small moments, like an unexpected friend. Coffee at the end of the night, steam rising in the pale street light. After the noise and after the blues, it's where I sort through wins and lose. Coffee at the end of the night, watching the world grow still and bright. One quiet moment before the dawn, one more reason to carry on. The first rays touched the pavement, the city started to wake. I finished off the last warm sip and stood up for day's sake. The road was waiting for me, like it always had before, but somehow the weight felt lighter than it did the night before. And with the taste of coffee lingering, I stepped into the morning light, leaving behind another chapter and a coffee at the end of the night. The neon sign was buzzing like it always used to do. Rain tapped on the window as I ordered something smooth. The room was full of strangers trying to forget their youth. And behind the wooden counter, the bartender knew the truth. He'd seen 1,000 faces come and go through that old door. Some arrived full of hope, some couldn't carry anymore. He listened more than he talked, while polishing a glass, watching people fight their battles and watching moments pass. Some men hide behind laughter, some behind a drink or two, but every soul leaves footprints, and old bartenders read them through. The bartender knows the truth, though he rarely says a word. He's heard every broken story and every promise overheard. The bartender knows the truth behind the smoke and neon glow, about the hearts still healing and the pain they never show. One night I asked him quietly, "Tell me, what's the secret, friend?" He smiled and filled my whiskey, then leaned a little in. He said, "People come here searching for answers they can't find, but most of what they're looking for is already in their mind." Then he pointed toward the window where the storm began to clear, and said, "Life ain't about avoiding scars, it's learning why they're here." The band played something soulful as the clock moved toward 3, and his words settled slowly like a river inside me. The bartender knows the truth, story and every promise overheard. The bartender knows the truth behind the smoke and neon glow, about the hearts still healing and the pain they never show. The morning found the city wrapped in shades of gold and blue. I left a few bills on the counter and thanked him for the truth. He nodded with a quiet smile, like he'd done 1,000 times before. Just another traveler leaving, a little lighter than before. And behind that old bar counter, the bartender kept his post, guarding the stories of the living and the ghosts that need them most. were fading slowly as the night released its hold. The city wore the quiet look it always wore before the gold. I stood beside the highway with a suitcase by my side, watching darkness surrender to the coming morning light. I've chased ghosts through empty bars and followed trains through rain. I've carried old photographs and memories wrapped in pain. I've listened to the whiskey, I've listened to the blues, I've searched for hidden answers in every pair of worn-out shoes. The road has been my teacher, the night has been my friend, and every chapter brought me here, where the shadows end. Some people spend a lifetime looking for a sign, not knowing every sunrise has been speaking all the time. Tomorrow starts at sunrise, not somewhere far away, not in the dreams we postpone or the words we never say. Tomorrow starts at sunrise, with the first light in your eyes. The past may tell its stories, but tomorrow starts at sunrise. In the distance sounded softer than before, not a call to keep running, just another part of the score. The streets that shaped my journey still lived inside my soul, but they no longer felt like anchors, they felt like stepping stones. I thought about the people who walked beside me through the years, the ones who brought me laughter and the ones who brought me tears. Every one of them a chapter, every one a guiding light, helping me become the man who stood there that morning bright. You don't have to forget yesterday to welcome something new. The strongest hearts are often built from everything they've been through. Tomorrow starts at sunrise, not somewhere far away, not in the dreams we postpone or the words we never say. Tomorrow starts at sunrise, with the first light in your eyes. The past may tell its stories, but tomorrow starts at sunrise. The sun climbed over the horizon, painting gold across the land. A warm wind crossed the highway like a gentle guiding hand. I picked up my old suitcase and smiled toward the open sky. Not Not because I had all the answers, not because I'd stopped asking why, but because after all the miles, all the storms, all the long and lonely nights, I finally understood life isn't waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow is already here, and it starts